Godzilla fan since I was a kid, about, first or second grade, somewhere thereabouts, and I found this book in the school library of my elementary school. The book is so awesome. I mean, actually, this isn't really my copy anymore. I don't really own this because I gave it to my daughter many years ago, and I had to ask her to borrow this so I could make a video about it. This is the book that started my obsession with Godzilla. Now, it is, before we open the covers and reveal to you the exciting secrets inside, it's published by Crestwood House in the Monster series, written by Ian Thorne, I believe. Okay, let's see on the back here. Monsters from Crestwood House. It's in a part of a series, and you can get all these other books: King Kong, The Wolfman, Frankenstein, Dracula, Godzilla, and Mad Scientist. I believe they expanded the line later, and they added like The Blob and a bunch of other Invisible Man and stuff like that. But this one is specifically all about Godzilla, and I saw this on the shelf at a young age. Probably before I saw any of the movies, and check that out. Like, you're a little kid, and in the 70s, like, there wasn't a lot of great sci-fi out there. But I mean, look at this. Okay. Well, at least in still pictures, it looks awesome. I mean, the special effects are somewhat questionable in the movies, but I always loved it. Like, look at this splash page. This is like a promo image from Destroy All Monsters, of course. It's not an actual snapshot from the movie. But, they do a little group shot there, a little pose, and they try and show all the monsters and destroy all monsters. Yeah, Godzilla by Ian Thorne. Now, the bats, I guess, are to denote that it's part of the monster series of these little orange books. Oh, God, I love this book so much. So, copyright 1977, so reprinted 1978. Now, I guess it probably would have been 78, 79 then that I saw this in my school library. And I took it out so many times, and took it home and looked at the pictures and read this book over and over and over again. I mean, Godzilla, giant monster. And it gives you a little breakdown here. It's written for kids, but it's, it's kind of informative for a kid's book. Very informative. It's in, my copy is in kind of rough shape here. Once again, not my copy, my daughter's copy. But yeah, it tells you all about the first Godzilla movie here. Here's about Rodan. Yeah, it talks about other monsters, other Toho monsters. Toho being the Japanese film company that gives you Godzilla. Again, here's some stuff from Godzilla versus, or rather, Godzilla Raids Again. Here's, that's Mothra. And then Godzilla versus King Kong, the original. Like, that blew my mind when I was a kid to even learn that there's a giant monster named King Kong. There's a giant monster named Godzilla. Well, naturally, they got to beat each other up, right? Everybody wants to see that, right? And there's Godzilla versus Mothra, better known as Mothra versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus the Thing. This is Ghidorah, or that's how his name was pronounced in the first American dub of Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. Later, that character is referred to in Godzilla movies as Ghidorah, which, I think that's what it's actually supposed to be, but the Americans didn't quite get it right. And then, there's so many cool photos in here. Like, this is, I guess, a scene from Destroy All Monsters. Well, actually, it's not a scene from Destroy All Monsters. It's, again, another promo image with a bunch of stuff slapped together. Destroy All Monsters is a really good movie. This is closer. again, destroy all monsters. Like, it, oh, man. Destroy All Monsters is crazy good. You have to see it. Kick-ass movie. It doesn't play out exactly like that picture, but it features, I guess, all of these monsters, and yeah, it's just too bad. I mean, the movie breaks down and it's a little bit boring and in parts, and it's a little more sci-fi, rocket ship to the moon stuff going on, and aliens, and not enough monsters. I want less talk, more rock. Monster rock. Anyway, and then it's Godzilla versus Smog Monster, otherwise known as Godzilla versus Hedorah. Yeah, and it's got a little illustration here, a breakdown of how they make Godzilla movies and stuff, and guy in a suit, trashing the miniature city. Shot of these two monsters fighting, and these guys running in the foreground. Mechagodzilla. Some guy in a suit. Here is E.G. Tsuburaya, who is the creator of Godzilla. As of the publishing of this book, he had already passed away. Because, of course, the first Godzilla was made in 1954. This book was published in 1977-78. It would have just barely contained the last Godzilla movie released at the time of the what's called the Showa series of Godzilla movies. Yeah, I love this book. It's quite rare. I don't know how valuable it is. In this condition, it's probably worth nothing, but I mean, that's a heavily soiled cover. And you can see it's creased, and there's pages ripped out, and there's a stain here. A bunch of scratches. Yeah, this one I hope stays in my family for a while. So I got to give this back to my daughter. Yeah. I want to put this right in the middle of the display for all of my Godzilla movies and toys and stuff like that, but promise is a promise, and a gift is a gift, so I can't, take back a gift. Thanks to my daughter for letting me borrow this and make a little video and talk about it a little bit. You can learn more about Godzilla from online sources and better books than this, but this is my favorite Godzilla book. Probably my favorite book of all time. Anybody know where I can get another copy of this? Because, this one's pretty sacred, and like I said, I gotta give it back. Man, that's not fair. It's my Godzilla. Why did I give it away?